My name's Dee. I am not really sure how to start this video off. The reason being is because I don't know what this channel is going to be. I start off by talking about some things that I really enjoy. It might give me an idea of a direction to move towards. I am a very big fan of horror. Clearly like tattoos. I have quite a few of them. I don't know how many I have right off the top of my head. I like doing my makeup. I'm mediocre at it. I'm not very good, but I'm in the mindset of saying, if you like something, fucking do it. Doesn't matter if you're good at it, draw on your face, wear whatever you want, don't hurt anyone. Unless they're into it and you're a consenting adult. I listen to a lot of creepypasta and I watch YouTube every single day. I watch it at work, I watch it at home. I subject all of the people that I love in my life to my strange obsession with it. I really enjoy YouTube because I don't have any friends. No, seriously, I really don't have any friends, at least not in the same city as me. And with the pandemic, I've been feeling exceptionally isolated. Oh my God, can you hear my stomach growling? I hope not. Oh no. I don't get out very much. I work and I come home, and I've been looking for something outside of making art. I didn't mention that. I'm an artist. I draw. I'm gonna break out my little iPad and show you guys some of the artwork that I do. It wasn't planned. I did not plan for this at all. I initially started off ranting. I was angry because my parents are always asking me for money, and that makes me upset. But that's not where this particular one is going. That might be for a well planned out, script written video, but I kind of want this to be a bit of an introduction. I shifted the camera. This is the second room and no one really uses it, so let's see. One of my favorites. This is of one of my friends, Brittany. She is so stunning. I really hope that you'll be able to see it when I hold it up. I use an iPad, Apple Pencil, Procreate. I really love making art. And for a while I had stopped because my brain doesn't produce serotonin properly. This is, oh God, you can see the ring light. I'm so sorry, but I hope that you can see it. This is my friend Brittany. I think she's gorgeous, and drawing this was very fun for me. I'm really sorry that I just subjected you guys to like double ring light. I also have a cardboard thing trying to bounce the light back up so that it evens out the shadows in my face. I also like photography. I'm not very good at it, but it is something that I do. I often photograph myself. That makes me happy, but because I've been having a really weird time with how I look as of late, I've been having a really weird time with who I am just as a person and whether it's okay or not for me to be myself. Again, that's a whole other video. We ain't got time for all that. We don't need to hear about all of your dilemmas. I probably am moving around far too much in this video as well. I kept messing with my hair and it was very distracting, so I scrapped it, started over, shifted where I was, and then I put my hair behind one of my ears to make my asymmetrical face make a little more sense. I'm a big fan of the band Tool. I really love them. I have a Tool tattoo on my stomach. I love skulls. I have a lot of skull tattoos. I also have a lot of snake tattoos. I can honestly say that's another one of the really fantastic outlets that I have, and the tattoo artist that I go to is a lecherous old man who likes looking at butts. So I'll go in there in some short shorts and I'll only pay like 40 bucks for a tattoo. I don't mind. I want this to be a pretty authentic version of who I am. I've been online for a very long time. I do have a Tumblr that I've had since I was like 20, maybe even 18. I've had a Tumblr for a really long time. It was one of the first places that I felt that I had an outlet. It's really hard for me to speak to people in person because I often talk too much. I can't get my thoughts in order. I always end up embarrassing myself. I have a very strong suspicion that the same thing will happen here. I'm from Texas. Look, it's irrational. There's no reason for me, a Negro, to love being from Texas so much. I do. I love it. My mother's side of the family is from East Texas, and I love it there. I love East Texas. It's definitely my happy place. And if I had an end goal of end goals, it would be to have a home in the woods where I can make art, do videos, and do photography. It just really makes me happy. Those are some of the things that genuinely make me happy. And because I don't really have an outlet for who I am, and because of the rampant ADHD in my brain, I have interest in so many different topics. And I'm hoping that by taking this step to actually make videos and to explore who I am as a person through this particular medium, it'll be easier for me to be myself. And I'll find a community in which there are other people who feel the same and want to be able to do the things that they have maybe been interested in and haven't tried. The whole reason that I've decided to sit down and actually shoot this is because I was watching a video of Jarvis Johnson, who I've become a very quick fan of. He had made a video with his girlfriend, and kind of towards the end of it, he was like, just make the video, make that YouTube. Mind you, this isn't the first time that the YouTubers that I am interested in have given me this message, but I think because of the point I'm in currently with how I feel about myself, with the pandemic, with the job that I have the ability to do this and dedicate time to it and actually prove to myself that I can do something and stick to it, make it one of my crafts, because I have a lot of them. Like talking to people. I think I'm reasonably good at it. I think I'm okay at it. I think I'm okay with speaking to people. I like to consider myself pretty personable. Chummy is a word that comes to mind. I want people to be comfortable with me because I want desperately to be comfortable with people, which is something that I struggle with because I am so used to the life that I lead online. It makes it really difficult to transition between being as open and as honest as I am with myself and others online to in person. Because of the way that I was raised, because of the parents that I have, because of the things that my parents have experienced, it's really difficult for me to compartmentalize how I process things and how they affect me. I want to move outside of that. I want to make things that are meaningful. I want to make impacts on people's lives. I want to make people laugh. I often do that without even trying. One of the mediums that I have been doing is I have a story that I've been drawing on for a while. I stopped because of the content. I had a pretty weird adverse reaction to content that I was presenting and my personal life and how I see myself. So I stopped for a while. And I came to realize that I missed the characters that I had been developing. I missed that piece of myself. Recently, I started doing it again. I am kind of honing in on an art style that I like. I've had a lot of really nice positive reception for it. At the end of the day, I want to make things that make people feel. I want people to feel deeply. I want people to look at the things that make them themselves and face it, to embrace those things. I still try to do that myself. I still have a lot of things that are difficult for me to embrace. With my art, hopefully with this channel, and hopefully with you all, I'll be able to do that. I've always gone by the name Deebott. I used to be on 4chan a lot. Once 4chan kind of died off for me, that was how I named myself. The very first iteration of the name Deebott, it was in a /social thread. I had been anonymous and I'd been like commenting on things for a while. And then I finally decided to make a name, and the name was Fuck It Deebott. And that was me just saying like, fuck it, that's the name that I'm gonna choose. At first it started off with only one T, developed into two T's, and then I dropped the fuck it part and I kept the Deebott. I have a really fond memory of that point in my life. It was a very confusing time, but that was when that version of me became a thing. And I love that for me. I want people to come here and feel like they have a home here. I follow and watch so many YouTubers that I feel so, it's weird. It's because of the age that we live in. I feel so close to these people that when they post, I'm excited to hear from them, interact with them, and to message and follow them on all of the medias that they have. That's exciting for me. And I want to be one of those people for you guys. And I really hope that I build a fan base here, because I definitely have a fan base on my Tumblr. I definitely have a fan base on my Instagram, but I really want for people to get a genuine idea of who I am. I'm so sorry that I'm moving so much. I'm going to try to move a little smaller because I talk with my hands. My face does a lot. My nostrils flare. And I want you guys to be excited to hear from me. I want to be something good in you all's lives. I've been on the internet for a while. If you're here with that evil shit, I will block you. Keep it pushing. I will. I don't mind doing that. I've blocked so many people across so many forms of media. I don't mind doing it here. I'm just excited to do this. And it started out with, I fixed my hair. I'm an oily bitch, so I dabbed my forehead, and hopefully I'll be able to make myself look better because I've got all the wrinkles. Age has really been running up and beating my ass lately, which is another thing I've been struggling with, aging. I just want to be able to talk about things that people struggle with. I just want people to be comfortable here because you deserve to have a place where you feel comfortable. You deserve to have a place where you get to laugh. So hopefully with you guys maybe going on this journey with me and me growing and me coming up with a set way that I do things, maybe coming up with a schedule of uploading and recording. I want to make time for this. I want to be good at it. And yes, that is a calculator watch. Yes, it is. Yes, I am wearing rings on these fingers. No, I am not married. Yes, these are my real nails. Yes, I do them myself. Maybe y'all want to know about that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the answers. I'm not an adult. I am in the habit of second guessing myself at all times. I am constantly feeling like I can't do a thing by myself. I always end up feeling like, well, if I try to do that, people are gonna laugh at me, or they're gonna think I'm stupid, or they're gonna think it's dumb. People are gonna hate it. But the older I get, the more I'm like, I don't give a shit. Many things that I've encountered where I was like, man, I'm never gonna be able to get past that. Like, I'm always going to suck at this. I always end up doing well in them. I don't understand it. I don't know how it works, or if I'm just absolutely gifted, blessed, or whatever the word is you want to use for it. I always end up coming out doing way better than I thought I would. And I feel like for this to be a first video on a channel that I am absolutely unsure of, that I don't know what the direction is for it, it's worth a shot. So once I get more into it, maybe get suggestions from you all. There's no you all yet, but once I get suggestions and I start actually planning for things, I think that this is going to be a really important step that I've just made, and it's going to be very good for me. Bacon's good for me. What did I say? I think it's gonna be good for me, and I'm really excited to do this with you guys. Maybe I'll talk about horror movies that I enjoy, encounters that I've had working in the apartment industry. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find an editing software. Let's get better at this together. Bye.